Okay, so I want to make another video inspired by this book again. And I'm on chapter 8, or starting chapter 8. And every other chapter I have been reading, it says there's the same quote in every other chapter. And it says, all that you see is not all that there is. And that goes on both sides of the fence. Living for God, you be waiting for God, and you won't see what God is doing in your life until He gives you that blessing. And that goes to show He tests your faith. It's testing you, it's growing you, it's maturing you as a Christian. But if you're not living for God and you're doing whatever you want and you're living your best life, and all of a sudden this tragedy happens out of nowhere, and your world is flipped upside down, and you don't know what's going on or why this thing happened or why something happened, that's what all you see is not all there is. Well, I want to make this video on why you shouldn't be a simp for any kind of girl. And I'm not gonna make it more or less personal experiences. This is just like I'm going over this in the Bible from scriptures. And like, looks can be deceiving, and even people of the world say that. Like, not just Christians say that. And people say looks can be deceiving, or like, don't judge a book by its cover. Like, people say that in a good sense, but that can also be used in a bad sense. And like 1 Timothy 5:6, it says, but she who lives for pleasure is dead even while she is still alive. And then Proverbs 11:22, it says, like a gold ring in a pig's snout is a beautiful woman who shows no discretion. And then my last scripture is Proverbs 31:3, do not waste your time on women, on those who ruin kings. Like, that is straight from the Bible. And that blows my mind, because like, people who simp, like guys who simp over women, they are literally leading themselves to a rabbit hole, to something that they won't know how to recover from, or know how to get out from. And like, I've been there for a couple of times, but it hasn't gotten to the point where like some people that I have seen that it's really affecting their life. And like, it blows my mind that like this isn't talked a lot. It's not talked a lot about. Like, people aren't really making like this isn't a topic that people really talk about a lot. But what's crazy is like my favorite scripture out of this, like the most powerful scripture out of this, is the Proverbs 11:22. Like, a woman, like a gold ring in a pig's snout is like a beautiful woman who shows no discretion. So you can only imagine. Okay, so imagine like you go up to a pig in mud, and you find it. So imagine you're going up to this nasty mud pit, and you see this gold ring in all this mud, and you're like, oh, like, that's gold, let me get that. So you go down to reach it, and you only find out that it's hooked up to this filthy and nasty pig, and it's a part of that pig. So now you cannot even take the gold ring from that pig. That's crazy that the Bible is giving that. It's giving that comparison to a beautiful woman that shows no discretion. That is crazy. That is like, that's literally today's world. Like, you go out to the mall, you go to anywhere, you go to the gym, you will see these women who are dressing themselves like seductively, or like as if they're going to a strip club, or like as if you see these women just acting out, like the way that they dress themselves, the way that their mannerisms, the way that they act, the way that they talk. It's so crazy, and it is all because it is baiting men to simp and go over these women who have no morals, no ethics, no goals, and nothing to uplift themselves. They're just living for pleasure. And it's crazy that there's a lot of red and blue pill videos, or whatever all these people are like Andrew Tate, like, oh, like, I'll show you how to be a real man, and I'll show you what kind of woman you really need, and this and that. Like, that blows my mind, because like, this is a topic like that people are talking about today, and these are expressions like are talked about in the Bible. Like, this is all referred into the Bible. Like, that is crazy. That blows my mind. Like, the Bible is talking about how dangerous women can be used by the devil if they are not living for God, if they are not serving God. And this is the same thing that people are dealing with today. Like, I'm making this video not because like this is this is a Christian video. I'm making this for the purpose of God. But what's crazy is like this topic I'm talking about is a world topic. Like, people are talking about this who are not serving God. Like, this is and this is like a profound topic that people are even watching. Like, people are watching, what's it called, like podcasters and people all kinds of sort. They're watching influencers for topics like this. And it's crazy that I'm able to make this video and it's all referred and I'm using it all by the Bible. Like can you imagine the people of the world that are making videos of this topic, and they're trying to figure out the problem of simping and the problem of why women act the way they act, and yet they cannot find why. But yet all of this I've found in the Bible, and it's all going back from an expression from God. Like, that's crazy. That blows my mind. That just goes to show, like, everything is sent and served by God. Like, you have to refer everything back to God. Like, get saved, turn from your sin, and be born again and serve God faithfully. That's all it takes, and that's all it serves. That's all you gotta do to find the answer on why women act this way, and why men simp, and why you cannot feel the need to find what you want in life, and why nothing goes your way. Is because you have to serve God. Like, this is crazy. Like, that scripture is amazing. Like, a pig's snout, a gold ring in a pig's snout is a woman that shows no discretion, a beautiful woman that shows no discretion. Like, that just goes to show, like, myself, I see a beautiful woman and she has no discretion. She is dressed seductively and she comes to me and tries to talk to me. Why would I put myself in a situation where she does this to me, and I am, for what? What different am I to the next guy that she would do it to? And she would do it to in front of my own eyes. Like, what is it to me for me to look at this woman in flesh to be like, oh, she's beautiful. Yeah, she's beautiful, but what are her fruits? What does she have to offer? It's not that difficult to not simp. And like in other, like, you know, I've been there. I've been in situations like that. I've been in where it's been introduced to me. But at the end of the day, you know, it all comes down to like, what's the end goal of it? There's no goal of it. Like, the relationship that could be established, there's no goal to it. So that answers your question on why you should not simp. Why you should not chase a beautiful woman if she does not bring any fruits to the table. If she does not bring nothing to the table other than her body. And like, you think that it's a flex to be with a beautiful girl. Like, it is, but just wait. Like, everything you have to offer is being carried around by that woman, when you're supposed to be the sole provider and the step up above that woman. Everyone is going to see the opposite, the flipped opposite. But this is just for people who are simping, and like the answer to simping. Like, all these people are making videos on like why you shouldn't simp, and how we can stop simping and all that. Like, that's crazy. That's funny. But this all is going over in the Bible. Like, women are being used by the devil. They are weak vessels. If women are not serving God, they are used by the devil as a weak vessel. And it is the way that they dress, the way that they act, and their main goal is to just be with whoever and to do whatever they want. And that pretty much just goes over, wraps up this video. That's some revelation that I got from the Bible, just on how the devil uses women, you know. But thanks for watching this video.